Finally, time to play Silk Song. I've been waiting years for this moment.
First, you must complete Hollow Knight.
Okay, sure. Beat the game once. I got this. Nightmare King Grim? Why was there a full thing for it? Oh, God. Okay, cool. No, I don't think so. I kind of want to do it, though. Just for the sake of completing the charms officially. There you go. Wait, I have to 100% it too? That's like everything. And this is where my journey would begin. Okay, this is like some Chains of Torment type of stuff. Who is that? Wait, did that actually kind of look a little like the Silk Song? Oh, I might be wrong. I might be wrong here. Aliens? Probably. As I walked down the first few steps, I noticed a village ahead. Howling cliffs would be upon me. And here I am. Oh, holy crap. Oh my god. I quickly learned of the basic controls and what my inventory had in store, thinking I was the best already. Ooh, I'm pretty good at this game, huh? Finding a glob of geo just around the corner and found myself jump scared with a totem right in front of me. This was a nice way to be introduced to the game's mechanics. Like any professional, my first death would come to those spikes while they were hiding away more geo. Son of a biscuit! I would continue on dodging more falling spikes, breaking down this giant door, and finding my way into Dirtmouth for the first time. While I began chatting with those first few townsfolks, this little resting mechanic on the bench reminded me a lot of the Souls genre. Awesome. Obviously, I'd be distracted with a few more globs while trying to traverse the lands. Oh, there's the Bormy thingy! I don't know, what is that? I don't know, I want it. Oh. Hollow Knight did a fantastic job at showing and teaching me the game's mechanics with different enemies to fight, especially when I came across a giant immovable force. Whoa, what the fudge? Woo! Okay, so I can't hit him. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to wait just for that. Wait for that. That's fine. With a lot of firsts, this also had me falling into a lot of holes. Finding the bug with a plan or maps, rather. Who is this? Hello? Now I had a way to explore easily, or at least for the near future. With new pathways and different creatures to dodge or hit, I would also come across my first grub and completing the first of so many achievements to come. Hey, it's a worm! Almamo? What? Fudge? Okay. My plan was to find and take on the first boss of the game. Finding more obstacles in the way with a couple of globs, I thought it was a smart idea to risk it for the biscuit here. Not exactly the boss, but still an important piece to this amazing game. My first fast travel stag. Whoa! What are you? Greetings, little one. It's been ages since I heard that bell ringing at the station. It echoed down the stageways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of Hollow Nest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I'll take you there where you need to go. While taking a little jump to the other side, this was the most important piece in my opinion because it had a way for me to tell where I was on the map and all the markers going forward. The big old beast I would find moments later wasn't a boss. It took me exactly 30 seconds to really dial in and dodge everything, taking my win and moving forward. Obviously, my plan was to farm the rest of the geo up for the first charm of mine. 220! Oh my god, yes. Okay. Hey, I got my first achievement. Holy crap. Boom, right there. Acquire your charm. Oh, wait. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. Just what I needed too, because now I could see myself on the map. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We can see us now. As I found my way around the lands more, I came across another area I wasn't quite ready for. The entire place was covered in darkness. I would soon learn about the Crystal Peaks, coming across a really interesting bug called Quirrell, and soon after finding myself the next grub for the taking. The one thing Hollow Knight taught me was a new form of PTSD, and one for hidden breakable walls, but they also paid off dearly. I had no idea if this was another boss, but from the looks of it, it definitely joined the list of those I beat. Drew's mother was a nice entry to everything, and I was ready for more. Oh, I think I did it, guys. Maybe? I'm just gonna charge up. Lots of money, I think. Ew. Something's coming out of the body? Oh! The next little bug I would meet went by the name of Sly. As I went to purchase the next thing inside the shop, it was cool to see how the bench worked. Resting on the bench allowed me to update the map and fill in any missing spots. This is what I considered the first real boss, though. Oh! Okay, he's similar to the other guy. Got the shield. Blur. He's such a cutie, or they're such a cutie. Ow. Okay, gotta watch your falling stuff. Got it. Fighting this knight felt a little too easy until he came back up and started showing me different moves. As I watched the knight fall down below, I knew this moment exactly was another win under my belt. Explodies all over, I think, right? Ta-da! Defeats. Oh, look, yeah, you can see the achievement. Defeat the false knight. This next little area had a shaman who would then give me my first ability. I was now able to get past a certain someone with said ability, and it felt great. Also because at the end of this little maze, I found my next charm. The way charms worked were with notches. The more notches you had, the more charms you could use and have active. The maps were also key to everything, and so was the shops. Buying everything was the added cherries on top. My favorite little corner in the game was by the Gramp Grub. Anytime I collected a grub along my travels, Gramps of the place would throw rewards at my face. Now I was finally able to get past a bigger bug that would lead me into the green path zone, full of acid and so many deaths to come. With each new area I found, there was always a map guy. I would also start collecting journals along my travels too. Oh, give me you. Hi. Some areas of the game I needed more geo to unlock places. Sometimes it was new areas and sometimes it was more benches. These weren't necessarily bosses, but they taught me more of how to fight shield enemies and flying individuals that moved quickly. Hey! And you're done, for kid. The whole point of the last fight was saving a new bug I'd meet by the name of Zota the Mighty. Fighting the next bug soldier gave me access to another adorable grub too. With another stag station being opened, I also found my way into another fight. This one looked very familiar to those who have played Silksong. I can't allow it. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh wait, this isn't... I thought this was Silksong. Whoa. Ariedo! Oh, I love it! I love this! Whoever this person is awesome. Oh god. The fight against Hornet took me a try or two, but once I got the hang of it, I finally found my footing. There we go. Defeat the Hornet in Green Path. Mothwing Cloak. Press RT to dash. Use the cloak to dash quickly around the... Oh my god, yes. Not only would the dash change how I played Hollow Knight, but it would speed up the game for me. I took my travels back to Durman, making sure to buy all of the markers left inside the shops. I would also be able to reach new heights with my dash. Another adorable little shop, please. Giving me not only one, but 2 charms to add to my repertoire. Having new abilities unlocked in Hollow Knight allowed me to backtrack every so often. It also gave me more excuses to farm up more geo and buy the charms and notches I could. With a nice travel back to the Green Path, I found an entry to a cave and one that gave me a difficult time. Let's call it another way to test out my ability I acquired and one that would lead me to another charm. Whew, I don't have to do that again. Oh my god. What is it? Why did I come this way? Thorns of Agony. The next area I dropped into was Fog Canyon, and this area gave me a run for my money. Not only was everything panic-inducing, but after each kill, these orange orbs would fly right at me. The next bug I would meet was Millie Bell, and she'd be pretty important in the near future. For now, it was me just learning she was a bank to save geo with. I continued on into another area called the Queen Station, unlocking another stag station for more fast travel. The next bug I found was someone hiding or snacking, or maybe both. Willow was the name, and they seemed like good bugs. Afterwards, I found my way into the fungal waste, finding just the bug I needed. Another map added to my collection. With all the different bugs around, I learned things were only just getting started. Even this lovely looking place spawned in some danger-seeking enemies that thought they were tough. I made quick work of them and then found another key item. The next bug I would come to meet went by the name of Cloth, another gentle soul that shared a story with me. The next little portions of the area had me learning about the new pogo bounce. Oh, bouncy goes like that? Okay. As I was avoiding all the different enemies I could and bouncing my way to victory, it seemed that I made the right choice here. I'm coming. Hi. Hello, 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 hello. Having hit a switch and opening up a new area for me, I would come to find a need for more patience. I was truly about to blow my fuse here. No. Thankfully, I'd find a bench to also rest and collect my thoughts. Being at the Mantis village, I fought my way through a lot more obstacles. Come to find, this was another big boss fight. Okay, why was so much falling? Challenge. I still had more to explore within the fungal area, and finally I found a way to cross the open acid. Dun 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 dun. Bridge. With a big crest being placed in the giant statue, I found more bugs that didn't much agree with me. This was easily one of my favorite places because of the music and just overall vibes I was getting. I found my way into City of Tears, ready to fend off more bugs while platforming. The amount of bugs in this place was great for the amount of geos coming in. It also came in handy when I found the one and only nailsmith. Far more deadlier? Yes! Oh my god, yeah. As you wish, I'll get to work then. Oh, that's cool. Yes! Oh, I love it. Later in my travels, I found my first cutscene to explain more of the story here. And it just keeps going and going until you... Oh, goosebumps! Hello. Again, we meet, little ghosts. I'm normally quite perceptive. You I underestimated. Though I've since guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Yours is resilience born of two voids. It's no surprise that you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing. If knowing that truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hollow's Nest perpetuation, seek the grave in ash and the mark it would grant to the one like you. Can't speak at all. The lifts in the area had me traveling to new heights, fighting off new bugs and finding my first of many rancid eggs. From climbing and more wall jumping, I found another grub for the collection. Soon after, I'd fight and defeat another boss, or so I thought, and found my way into the Soul Sanctum. The lift would then take me to the top floor, offering me a door I wasn't able to open just yet. I did, however, find another map to purchase. Hello, sir! Oh my god! Hi! So whenever you find this guy in the different locations, he's your tour guide. He gives you the map, and he opens up everything else for you, basically. It also turned out some of the stag stations I unlocked also gave me achievements. With this here lift being unlocked, it brought me into a familiar zone, able to fight my way through a couple more bugs and finding the first fragment piece. While traveling through the Forgotten Crossroads again, I found a new sound emanating from the False Night Room. Still looking to buy out / shop, I also found my way back to the Gramp Grub, collecting everything they threw at my face. Oh my god, right there! Holy crap! I forgot. Oh my god, yeah, there's another one. The next boss I found was through more parkour and obstacles, something called the Booting Mallet. This fight took me about 3 attempts before I truly got the moveset down. After that, it came with ease. Hey! Okay. Give me that shard. See, I learn. I'm a quick learner. I'm a quick study. So that's a shard for a mask of sorts. Interesting. Between all the new abilities I had, it made jumping so much easier through all the worms, giving me another shard and one piece closer to max HP. For the bit of geo farming I did, this allowed me to purchase the regular key from Sly. Next, it was the last piece to the mask shard. I was on a roll and it only seemed fitting to spend the rest of my geo on the last shard. The next bit of farming I did for geo was back in the Green Path zone, readying myself for the biggest purchase yet, the Lumafly Lantern. I just needed to spend a bit more geo, giving me full access to Crystal Peak and a lot more platforming, all for the sake of another rancid egg. With the grub calling out to me, this gave me the strength I needed to perform more parkour. I just prayed for a miracle, seeing that there were so many lasers coming at me. This was real, man. Thankfully, my luck brought me to another map and then immediately snatched it away. The luck, not the map, okay? Can you... I'm sorry! What did you... Whoa! I just wanted the bench! Okay, that's my bad. Okay. I'm panicking. I panicked so hard. I got the map. I'm not worried about losing stuff here. I had no idea if I should have kept the key, but I opened the door near Dirtmouth. I am GG, and if you found your way into my chamber, you must need my help. Well, back in the City of Tears, I started finding more of these weird-looking trees. I'm sure they were for later, but man, this was very new to me. As I started to find more bugs I didn't like, they would lead me into another boss fight. A rather easy and predictable one, if I say so myself. Oh, he was like, bro. I was like, oh. Everything was very annoying, and it would only get worse the further I explored the Soul Sanctum. Even these jumping looking ghost frogs that would not leave me alone. Where did you go? Oh, you're in here? Whoa, Spell Twister. What is that? Turns out this would be the actual boss, and man was this a doozy. As you could see, I also bought the rest of the charms available to me. The charms I had made fights so much easier. As I thought the boss fight was about to end, I started to freak out. I didn't blink for the rest of the fight as I went in for the win. I'm healing, just in case. Did I win? Defeat the Soul Master. The new ability I gathered gave me more ways to travel now. Oh, there was stuff up there, by the way. What is this? Inspecting hollow nest seal. Whoa. And as much as I enjoyed falling into a pit and screaming like a little girl, I also really enjoyed collecting more grubs. My notches were also growing in size too, from 3 to now 6 of them. As I wanted to find another stag station, it was a good thing I continued to explore. As time went on and I farmed up more geo, I would eventually get the 2 more notches. Thinking back to myself, I was wondering, how would I torture myself? Crystal Peak, and looking to fight that Crystal Guardian again. Oh, I gotta jump over that when he does that. Yeah, I was definitely fuming. Though once I learned I could use the walls to avoid his beams, this made for a much less stressful run. Yes! Oh my god, thank you! I just wanted to be done with that. Okay. And now to sit my butt on your bench. The rest of my jumping journey gave me confidence that I needed to finally make it a top. It was all for this beating heart. That's so gross. Just a big heart? Okay. What happened? Consumed. Crystal Heart. Hold LT, which is this one. Having the next ability to my name, I was giddy and filled with excitement. Are you ready? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh baby, let's go. This game just keeps getting better and better. I even caught another grub for the heck of it. This was another great place for the zoomies. Yup, that's what I'm calling it now. You just gotta hold it, and then you go boop. I knew I was missing something. The next jump I took actually brought me back to Dirt Mouth. Not only that, but now I could revisit the King's Pass for the stuff I'd missed. The only other thing I really wanted was another charm with spooky looking eyes. As I found myself back in Crystal Peak, of course there was another secret wall I'd randomly fall into. In Hollow Knight, that was half the game. Hitting every wall, ceiling, floor, just to see if there was hidden things. Of course, with all the places in the game, the design for this one was probably my favorite of all. Oh, I hope I'm not gonna die here. Oh, but it's so pretty! Holy crap. Whoa, 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 look where I am! Deep focus. Now to spend all of my geo, because why not? It started with the health shard. Next was something called a vessel fragment. I don't know what this does. I haven't seen this one yet, so let's see. The other one was max HP. Acquire 3 vessel fragments. Heck yeah. And last but not least, the one charm I could afford with my leftover geo. As I fell into new depths, my time exploring had me finding more grubs. Not just any grubs, however. These were duplications of the actual thing, and they went feral. I was panicking, looking for a ledge or anything that would help me fend off the creatures. While finding the real deal, I wanted to never deal with those things ever again. It turns out there would also be another grub here too. From platforming in the dark with a couple of really annoying bugs, to flying past a giant hole, I found my way into this random room, unsure of where to go next. Eventually, I jumped back down into that giant hole. My little butt found a new area, but also some new altars of 3 masks. What it spoke of were dreamers laying sleeping to protect said vessel. Monoman the teacher, Lurian the watcher, and Hera the beast. Bosses or not, they were next on my list. Immediately after, I found myself being pulled into a dream dimension, one that would have a fairy I'd speak with and another new ability, something called the Dream Nail, and that would allow me to travel into the dreams of certain bugs. As the seer explained, I needed to find soul essence now. That was another thing added to the to-do list. The whole idea of the dream nail was to whack the trees. They would spawn these orangey looking orbs to collect, and soon enough I'd have enough to upgrade everything while back at the seer. Like most zones in the game, secret walls or pathways were the driving point of Hollow Knight. This would give me another opening to find my next charm. Something called the Dream Shield, and one that was added to my collection. My next little excursion took me into the Royal Waterways. A place filled with lots of poison, and I swear to God, a panda. At least this bug called Tuck looked like a panda to me. I found the bench of the next area, slowly falling into another secret opening. This one containing a lonely looking grub. Meanwhile, I'd continue raging from all the floating bugs I needed to watch out for, the weirder looking bugs with teeth that chased me around, finding yet another shard of a mask, and one step closer to more max HP. Moments later, I'd hear the one person I needed. The map guy. Having all the vision I did, it gave me the upper hand and another charm. Finally making it to the next area, the boss room looked off and I was so ready. Dung Defender! Let's go! Another boss, let's go. Oh, okay. I love the music for this one. It's hilarious. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch the bouncies and watch him. Watch the bouncies. And watch this guy. Got him. Gotta wait for the... Okay, 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 okay. Whoop, whoop. Doma. Come on, come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, bouncy balls. Ow. He's doing something. I don't know. It's okay. No, 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 no. This guy is so weird. He's just throwing poop at me. Like, what is this? Oh, God. Oh, God. No, 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 no. Get away from me. No, I don't want it. No, 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 no. No, please. No, please. No, please. Oh, God. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Doma, 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 doma. Ow. Oh, my God. Watch for the bouncy balls and him. Okay, he's getting a little crazy here. Oh, God. Oh, come on. Okay, now he's bouncing. He bounced it. It's okay. We're good. We're good, I think. Woo! Let's go, baby! Oh, we got him, maybe. Oh, yeah. Dung Eater dead, I think. With another win to my name, I would get the next achievement as well. Turns out defeating him would also give me the next charm. The last thing in the area was a king's idol for me to collect. Having a new path made traversable, I found the one thing that would help me around the world even more. Oh my God, we could just swim. In acid, by the way, okay? Everything was now water instead of lava. No more dying. This lovely area also gave me another grub while climbing up a side of a wall. As I found my way outside of the zone, I was met face to face with another bug. Who are you? Hello.
Pantera.
Eternal Emilitia. Oh, what a surprise. It's not often I receive visitors. It's been so long. Ages even. I hope my manners haven't left me. You've no doubt sensed my affluence. You're right to guess I'm renowned amongst the upper caste of hollowness. Well, I was once, until those cretins casted me out. Have you met them, my fellows? My former fellows? That's them outside. Their body shambling around the mindless and empty and still alive. I'm just so happy fate can be a wonderful thing. The last thing I expected was a strong as fudge bug right outside. I don't know how to build. What are you supposed to do? How do you fight them? It almost felt like I wasn't supposed to be here, but here I was struggling away. After finding out that I needed another simple key, this little hideaway I entered gave me something I didn't expect to find. A golden bug of sorts. Next, I needed to unlock another stag station. While I continued on and I found another grub in need of a friend. I made sure to destroy this big bug in front of me with a smile. Tooth and nail. This was another reason to smile even more. I started to gain control and learn how to complete every obstacle, collecting yet another journal. With another area I couldn't go to, I was now able to traverse, poison and all. Oh, another shard thingy. Oh my god, spore shroom? This place didn't just have a charm, but also a grub for the taking. The only thing left to do was to visit the Moss Prophet in all his glory. As I found myself a new hole to fall into, this would be the creepiest place so far. It had sounds of bugs coming from all over the place. Just listen to it. The little pitter-patters of all the nasties around me. The actual bugs of the place didn't stop there either. The only good thing to come out of this area was grubs. But which grub was the real one? Okay, cool. No, I don't think so. I kind of want to do it though. Ah, it's Among Us. Among Us. I can't get up here, right? I can't. Being outside of the deep nest was the biggest relief. Now I was on to collecting more soul essences for the seer. One day soon I'd get all the goodies they had for me. As I was finally ready for the biggest fight yet, Mantis Lord boss fight was here now. Overall, my first attempt felt really good, and this would actually lead into the second half of the fight. Okay. Oh god, there's two of them? Oh no. What the fudge am I supposed to... Oh, you fight two of them at the same time. Okay, makes sense. Actually makes a lot of sense. I was getting closer with each Mantis Lord I struck down. Yes! Oh, we were rocking that 1 HP. And, oh, I'm gonna heal? What? Oh, did they like bow or something? Defeat the Mantis Lord? Okay, sure. Oh my god. The area of the village actually had a new bench for me to sit on, but I also noticed something off happening. Not only was every bug now bowing, but so were the Mantis Lords themselves. It seemed like I earned the respect after the fight. I sure didn't want to be back in Deep Nest, but here I was. Whoa. Oh my god, this place gives me the creeps. Vicious little creatures burst out all over the place, and the passages are dark, twisting mazes. Unless you're well prepared, I'd urge you to leave. I need the map, though. Oh my god. He wasn't making any noise, so I didn't know where he was. Oh, okay. The only reason I'd survived the area was due to the map I had. But this area also led me into something weird. Something weird I followed into a cave that I wasn't planning on fighting today. Oh, the door is something... Oh my god. Oh, what the fudge. Oh, it's growing. Oh, it's still growing. Oh, it's like a spider. Ooh, that's not a spider. That's a demon. Nosk. Ow. Okay. This was probably the first boss to ever make me yell, scream, swear, and kick my feet. Nosk was a complete nightmare. I had to grit my teeth through everything. The fight itself, I died a total of 5 times. And for me in a game like this, that was a lot. I tried everything, and even in the second phase, I was still losing my mind. On my final attempt, either me taking a break or finally killing the boss, I made sure to stay laser focused and I went for the dub. I thought for sure I'd get another achievement here, but instead I found the next piece of pale ore. Next thing I knew, there'd be spiders all over my screen as well. Oh, spiders everywhere, man. I'd even come across a new type of bug. No thank you. As I went on jumping, avoiding more spikes, and fighting my way to the top, a grub would be there to greet me. Afterwards, I found cloth once again, and made my way into a broken tram for the first time. Oh, I got the tram pass. Okay, how do I get out, by the way? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, they run out of, like, bugs to spew. As I met up with Zote the Great, I caught myself chilling with Quirrell in some hot spot. Afterwards, taking the tram was the next place I needed to be. You don't have a map. Right. With a whole new background to look at and many more bugs to fight, I didn't think I'd be the one to save and pick up cloth in the end. That same path had me continuing towards another grub for pickup, and then finding more of the same bugs to fight, but not without its rewards. There were only so many pieces of pale ore in the game, and this was another one of them. The next area I found myself exploring was the ancient basin, immediately coming across the map guide for purchase. The map, not the bug. A new toll asked for more geo, and surprisingly enough, it came with a bench to rest at. The next handful of goopy bugs I had to dodge and weave through were gross. They would also lead me into a bug corpse as I picked up a new simple key. Of all the things I'd do next, I didn't expect this to be a boss. A random skeleton filled with goop and called the Broken Vessel. The majority of the fight was getting hits in like normal, watching when to dodge for and making sure the sporadic tossing of the goop didn't touch me. I also made it my mission to heal within the moments the boss would went numb, let's call it. Adding this boss to my checklist and the next achievements. As the doors of the area opened up, it led me to a new path, finding a statue and a new skill called the Monarch Wings. It was safe to say I was a happy camper because now I could just jump more and time things more appropriately. I would also have a way to test out my newfound skills in hopes of gathering a grub here. Funny enough, this grub I came across gave me the next achievement for collecting half the amount of grubs in the game. Looking for a way out, the one and only thing I'd come back to using was the dream nail on certain remains. For now, I unlocked the next stag station and made my return to Dirtmouth. Sly had just the items for me, an elegant key for purchase, and the next masked shard just to get rid of the biggest, most priciest item there was. It also happens that I'd have a new shop to enter and grab me another health shard for my face. Having some more geo farmed up the next little bit, I was also in the same area as the nailsmith. It was time for another upgrade and a cool little cutscene that always played. Having remembered that I had an elegant key, it would give me access to the door I met a while back, having to fend off a couple of bugs in passing and with some geo. This weird device was about to give me another skill called the Shade Soul, allowing me to use my blast skill twice as fast now. What seemed like Deep Nest again, I would find some different looking bugs. I would also try using that new skill to hit it, but instead find another hidden wall that took me into a beehive? Question mark? A place I could have never have found if not for that random button mashing. I also found the bench of the area stuck in a honey type looking light bulb. Making sure to be extra careful with certain bugs, I also climbed my way up collecting more of those essence orbs for the seer. If this zone taught me anything, it was to take my time and not rush in head first. I was also a quick learner and soon enough I picked up my first grub of the hive. While jumping back down into the pit of hurt, I found a wall that needed breaking. It was a good thing that these giant bees went crazy for me, allowing me to grab another shard piece for more health. As I found the next boss fight, Hive Night was easier than most, until I had to dodge multiple spikes that spawned on in, with 2 more deaths being added to my pretend counter, and dodged everything to the very last second, killing the Hive Night and 1 for the books. The next charm I found for my winnings would also give me another achievement for collecting half of the charms this time. While I was headed to my next achievement, Vesa played a role to give me thanks for what I accomplished, with just a single grub for the taking before leaving the hive. I would also break out of the hive and come across another grub. Now I could find my way into the Kingdom's Edge zone, grabbing the next map of the area and fighting my way through some interesting bugs. Up ahead was another bench for me to rest in, and then another giant bug NPC to talk with, or rather practice with and gain another skill. The area had some breakable floors, and that would give me panic-inducing jumps for me to stress over, all in the name for another grub. Yay! Finding yet another secret room, this one would have me pulling a superhero dive, finding a whole bunch of geo, and I'm talking the most I'd ever seen in a single area. Climbing out of the deep hole and going to the left this time, I would find another charm on some sort of altar. The background was giving the spookiest of vibes, but man, were the charms coming along nicely. While I was running for my life, moments later, the breakable wall saved me, wall jumping to avoid more spikes and quickly bringing another grub to safety. This area was massive and had plentiful of hidden rooms, this one leading to a journal and another weird looking bench. I traveled throughout all of the lands, finding another bug named Bardoon. I smacked another silly tree, giving a lot more soul essences. This would be the huge looking Colosseum, and of course I would absolutely do and finish everything, but not right now. While going throughout the rest of the place, I found Zote locked up yet again. This bug could not stay out of trouble, I tell you. A fight was coming very soon. This was easily my favorite place because of the name alone. Tower of Love, and man was it ever. Dropping to the bottom of this area, there was another grub tucked away. Entering a new area with armored flying bugs I had to dive past. With each one of their passing, there seemed to be more and more, until it came to the last few platforms, finding a rancid egg below and then taking another dive. I was well rested up at the bench and then I was ready to go. Inside this hut was the next Nailmaster Shio, a painter of sorts. Another bug to give me my next nail weapon upgrade, obtaining the Great Slash from the master and with another smile on my face. That should have been the last place until I was headed towards the Lake of Un again, able to swim in the poisonous waters and into a very new location. I seriously thought I was about to die here, fight a boss or worse. Turns out it was just a cuddly type of bug or creature, and they would give me my next charm, the Shape of Un. While being back inside some familiar caves, I fell into another hole, fighting 2 big bugs with giant shield protections, and guess what? I would get that exact charm in the next room to this fight. This area also had another grub for me to grab just before continuing the path ahead. Being inside the Howling Cliffs, this place had many secrets that awaited me. The first one being a map guy again. The next one was a hidden wall that led me to finding a giant bug corpse. else. Then I remembered I could use the dream nail, finding and starting up this fire of sorts, hoping that something would come out of it. As I found more places within the map's knowledge, this next area was so pretty and filled with lots of blue. The area brought a really nice calm to everything, until I found more death, but seeing that the corpse was carrying a charm for me, Jonas, blessing, and one they would have. Looking to head back into Dirtmouth, I was stopped by another soul, asking for a fight with this dream warrior and one I wouldn't lose. Falling to the bottom of the map, I found another hut, sitting on what looked like the coolest bench yet, and then finding another nail master, gaining a new skill for my collection. The pupil was slowly becoming the master and earning respect in all of those before. Dirtmouth was in front of me, showing me a new place full of red and giving off a really eerie vibe. I met Brum, who mentioned I should meet the leader of the pack. A big grand entrance for the one and only Troop Master Grim. This would definitely become a boss fight later on. Having been given the Grim Child charm, I was asked to be on the lookout for certain red sparks around the map of Hollow Knight. Looking for Sly again, I was dropped into the basement of his shop, about to find out I would now gain the respect of Sly himself, and achieving the highest of highs with the Nail Master ranks. Also, a cool looking charm that felt very official. While dropping back down into the starting area, everything looked different and more infected. Bugs hit thrice as hard and looked a lot more intimidating. I just wanted to visit the Grub's hideout again. Learning that it had been a while since my last visit, and I'd be given a reward with a charm at the first drop. All of the grubs would continue to throw so much more geo at my face. By the end of everything, I was sitting at almost 7,000 geo. Like, holy crap. As I looked to upgrade my nail again, I still needed more pale ore. For the time being, I'd be traveling back towards a familiar looking door, one I now had access to, and that I could finally ride the lift to the top floor. I found a bug by the name of Poggy Thorax and Marissa while in the pleasure house. Oh, it works, it works, it works. No, I was so close, I was so close. What I would find next had me using the pogoing technique, which had me so happy that I would do it right. The countdown begun with the flames on the Grim Child charm. Having the next pale ore as I did, this finally allowed me to upgrade my nail, which meant I only needed one more upgrade for the nail and getting closer to hitting the 100% run. I wasn't sure what to really call these little flame children, but soon enough I would have the second flame to my new charm. Just as a recap, this blessing would soon be mine. As the secrets would have it, I actually found something that was from the start of my journey. A sneaky soul tree just sitting around and looking for someone like yours truly to farm up all those essences. If there was another place to check while back here, it was visiting the shaman again. With another secret room to be found, there was also another soul tree looking to be farmed. By the end of it all, I had up to 300 plus essences. Looking back to fungal waste, there was another bug I seemed to have missed. Apparently a part of the map I didn't visit. This other shop had a lot more charms and my geo was just itching to be used. The fragile heart, the fragile greed, and the fragile strength were all now mine, and that made collecting charms all in the game even closer than before. Now it was time for another soul tree where I did my first run of pogo bouncing. The next zone I'd visit was back in the Fog Canyon, trying my best to survive through all the explodey jellyfish. A charm notch would be sitting there for me and to give me more room for more of my charms. Out of all the maps I missed, I managed to find the map guy once again. With a new map in hand, I was able to make my way back to Quirrell, who always seemed to be around. Then it was back to dive bombing random areas because of a grub that I heard from afar. This was a place I could have visited many hours ago, but I wanted to be well prepared. This was the teacher's lair, and with a boss fight only a few platforms in. Umu was its name. Basically just a bigger version of the explodey jellyfish. Most of what I had to do was run circles around the boss on the platforms. Once it went limp, that was the moment to strike. A rather easy fight for what I thought I'd actually be battling here. As I continued on, I found what looked to be a giant tank filled with something. Seconds later, I'd be speaking to Quirrell and his involvement with the sleepers. All it took was a swing of my dream nail, and soon enough I'd be speaking with the slumbering teacher herself. Whoa, what is this? Hello? I gotta kill you? I don't want to kill you. For diversity, a seal. A world forever changing. The seal must break. Forever. Forever. Better and end. Oh, I had to put this Monomo teacher to sleep or to rest. Hold to focus. Oh, I can take in the souls. Let's go. I don't know what this is going to do, but I like that. Also, my controller, very loud. Oh, it's the mask. Oh my god. This is so pretty. This is so beautiful. Destroy the Monomo teacher. Oh. Ooh. now with just 2 more masks to unlock. Going further into the green path, I started to find more of these black aura beams from keeping something in or keeping me out. A new area I was able to find at the end was the overgrown mound, a place with more platforming and some geo, leading me to the end of the trail and a new skill for the taking. Having more places to visit in the green path, I found a bug with a shell to pogo off of, leading me to another grub on the upper ledge. As I continued further along the path, I would also find the next piece of the vessel fragment. The next area I found was called the Stone Sanctuary, a place that would have the last health shard to more max HP. I was blown away with the amount of HP I had. As I was ready to leave, I heard someone humming to something. Another sleepless soul and one who I needed to fight with my dream name. Putting them to rest was the only option, it seemed. What I didn't know was how many soul essences the sleepers gave me. I know the Hollow Nest seals were not part of the 100% run, but this was pretty cool, and I couldn't believe I didn't notice it sooner. Oh, that's why you kept going up. I was trying to figure out why you were, or like how are you, what are you doing up here? You're eating food, and I got another seal. With King's Station next on my list, it was back to climbing more of the Tower of Love. The vessel fragment at the end of that was a nice touch to say the least. Now it was back to the tram and headed towards the Forgotten Crossroads. Looking for the next sleeper I'd fight and trying to gain all of the souls for myself. Zero was a much more formidable foe than the last. Wait, should I be? Uh-oh. And what started with 1 blade then ended up with 2 and 3. This fight wasn't so bad once I got the patterns down. Defeating this boss wasn't the best part either. 600. I got another achievement. Collect 600 essences. Let's go, baby. This allowed me to finally take the tram to the other side, having no expectations but about to be hit in the feels for what seems so unexpected. But I'm ready. Oh, hello. Again we meet, my short friend. Spend a final moment with Quirrell. Aw, that's actually really sad. Yeah, I'll sit. Let's just spend a final moment, buddy. God, I really hated this part because of how much this place put me through. But here we were in the Coliseum of Fools. Woo, here we go. Coliseum of Fools. Stop it. Go away. I'm just bouncing on heads. Oh, I love it. I love it. I really do love it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. With everything they put me through, Zote would be the last fight or challenge. It's like playing a little bit of... Oh, God. We win. Woo. Defeat Zoda in the Coliseum. Give me all the money. Wait, what is that? I got a charm notch. Woo. The next trial was called the Trial of Conqueror. It honestly started off fine too. Normal fighting bug types, some platforming that wasn't too complicated, and just your typical annoying flying bugs coming straight at me. I did, however, get really close. By close, I meant I was at the end. So on attempt number 2, this is where I was at. It was ridiculous. Also, is this the Pale Ore? Oh my God. I thought I didn't get the Pale Ore that first round because I thought it was in the Coliseum. Forgetting there was literally 2 other trials, let's call them. Now for the moment I actually broke my controller. I'm not kidding. This actually stopped working for good. That was it. And honestly, I took a week off. I'll be honest. Looking to continue along the path, the last bug I expected to see was Hornet. Well, hello. Oh, speak of the devil. There was a reason I'd find Hornet again. It was to really prove myself and to see if I had it in me to continue forward. It'd been a while since my break, so I was still fresh out of the boat here. I'd learned to clear out the spike balls first. With a few more hits in, I had Hornet on the ropes. Easy peasy, let's go! Yeah, achievement! As I pressed on, I would find myself inside a cast-off shell, picking up what may have been the last skill called the King's Brand, and something very important to fend off when it came to the Hollow Knight. Oh, crap. Ooh, do we have to get out of here? All right, I'm leaving. Oh, my God. Do I have to be faster? Probably. Or, whoa. You saved me? Okay. I didn't know much. Yeah. Sweet. Looking through the rest of the royal waterways, there was still a boss in the area I could not find. Of all the places it to be in, it was behind a secret wall I kept missing. Oh, there was a cave here all this time. I knew I was missing something. There couldn't just be worms and nothing. There's got to be something. When there's a new biome and it leads you somewhere, there is something you're missing, or I'm missing. Oh, that is gross. So gross. The fight itself was more about dodging the bugs it threw at me, using the blasts to clear out the mobs and hit the boss from time to time. No achievement, but it didn't come without its rewards. While I sat at a bench to collect my thoughts, I did a little more than just that. Do you guys see how much health I have? Holy crap, is that a thing? Increases the health. Has a healthier barrier shell, takes more damage. You didn't notice it earlier? No, not at all. I didn't notice I had all of that. After shell-shocked about the amount of HP I had, I would also find the first door with the king's mark on it. So I can go through this area now. That's why I wasn't able to before. While taking the leap of faith as I worked my way down more platforms, I found my way to a giant path blocked by some vines. Something was happening. Hello? What is this? Why is it all blue? What's happening? But something's happening with the blue stuff, and I don't know. So I want to watch it. It's filling up. We're filling up. Oh, hello. This area was all about obstacles and two ways to travel. After my first attempt, really trying to get through the left path, I made the mistake of going right. There was no way back I could think of, so I had to keep moving. Thankfully, it wasn't all for nothing as I found another blue charm to add to my collection. Looking to fall a little more, I still had a few ways to travel here. First, exploring the path on my left and feeling a bit confused, wondering what I was supposed to do here. All I could really think of was using skills randomly. Ooh. Because this is the Abyss, I had an Abyss skill. And now I'm transforming into Dark Super Saiyan. What did I get? The Abyss Shriek. Just tap B? While holding up to shriek. I think it's just an upgraded version then. The path on the right had me fearing for my life. These black tentacles trying to grip to my life. I would also find my way atop these platforms, bending myself from shade souls and several of them. As I smashed my way through a couple more things, I would actually turn on the lights to this lighthouse. Yeah, break it. Give me the goodies. Give it. What is this? Oh, I did something. I did something. Oh, maybe we're shining a light down here, so there's no more abyss kind of thing. A new way was opened as I continued forward with my dash. Something else about to catch me off guard again. Oh, your rolls finally evolved. Hey, very nice. Holy crap, look at this. We got a shade cloak. This place was officially cleared. What I thought would be the last time I saw Hornet, she would greet me yet again, giving me more backstory and lore for what was to come. Now for the real test and to see how much max HP I could get on my knight. I love it. I love the HP, man. Guess who was back inside the deep nest? With my new skill giving me the opportunity to test the ability even more, it led me to another charm and only needing just a handful more for 100%ing this game. The real test came from my pogo skills. Could I withstand this amount of pogoing and not die? I focused hard while trying to keep the bounces going, coming to the hard part and trying to time my jumps just right. Yeah, sure, I panicked a few times, though once I was up top, I would collect another vessel fragment that completed the mask. With another tram ride calling forth the stag station, I was on my way to Dirtmouth, learning of a new bug called Divine, and ready to finally finish up the last flame. This one located in the green path, and an easy one at that. There we go! I got the last one. Okay, cool. Flame consumed. So now we have... I think we have the 3 flames we needed. Yeah. As I learned more about my bug friend, it would grow with every flames I collected. These new flames I went looking for were a little different. With a few new moves and more dodging, they would actually be pretty easy. As I wanted to collect the last 2 flames, I would also come across another spirit, forgetting that I still needed to fight, talk, or otherwise with the rest of the dream. I keep forgetting to do these. These are the things I need to go back and do sometime. Because I forget I can go into their dreams. Hello? Oh, look at you guys. Hello. Oh, this is we're fighting this boss. Terrifying, beautiful, gray. All I can say is that it took me 3 deaths to start moving some charms around. After that, it then took me 9 more deaths to then switch up my charms entirely. My health wasn't the issue anymore. I just had no damage. So however many times this was, fingers crossed, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The extra HP was like fun, but man, oh man. Oh. 979 souls. I don't even know what they're for. I don't even know what they're for. The location I fought the Guardian back in Crystal Peak, I learned there was an enraged version and one that wasn't much of a fight. I was able to get another mask shard for my troubles as well. The next area I found myself in had another soul tree for me to smack, sitting at exactly 1,000 soul essences and with my geo sitting at a whopping 10,000. I also found another little grub in the area. With so many annoying bugs to fight and having to be careful not to die here, it was all for the Hollow Crest crown. Finding the second to last piece of pale ore. Being in the resting grounds, this is exactly what I needed. Another bug to fight and one more added to my flames. The only thing left to do was to visit the seer with all the essences I collected. I couldn't believe it, but the last piece to my upgrade was officially here now. Keep it balanced. Take this trinket for your efforts and return with 500 essence. I got another pale ore. Let's keep going, baby. The next reward was a beautiful looking charm for my collection. Afterwards, it was another vessel fragment, and then I would acquire the newest of skills. Hold down while using the dream nail to set a dream gate. Hold up using the dream nail to travel into said dream gate. Looking towards the new doors that opened for me, this was the Spirit's Glade. Placed under this bug's protection, the problem was I really wanted the souls in this place. Obviously, I wouldn't listen, and I was immediately tested by the protector. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, one more hit and I'm dead. Sure, gaining all the essences I did from the bugs was great, but was it worth the price I just paid? Let's be balled together, exactly. No, 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 no. Wait, do I lose my souls forever and ever? Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. That's 10,000 that is just gone. Gonzo. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Taking the break I did, I went after the last bug for the third and final flame to my charm. Able to switch a few charms out for good now, and soon after jumping back into the crypt hole I broke a while back. This place freaked me out, no question about it. This wouldn't be all for nothing while I was exploring. Finding the last of the grubs, and so close I could taste that 100%. The secrets in the area didn't stop one bit. I found another charm, and that meant I only needed 5 more charms. With all the geos I'd lost, I needed to farm up a bit more. Instead, I figured I could just sell what journals, relics, and more I had. You've returned. I see you have some pale ore, a rare, fine metal that. Give me the ore and some geo for my efforts. I'll reforge your nail to make it stronger. All right, what do we... 4,000 on the dot. Let's go. Which is that's crazy. That is crazy. As you wish, I'll get to work then. Cutscene time. It's done. The reforging is done. Your nail is much stronger than it used to be, as strong as it could ever be. If only your weapon eye has seen such potential. Finally, behold the majesty of a pure nail. To think this moment has come upon me so soon. I must step outside a moment. What? Is he good? With a pure nail forged, my work in this lifetime comes to an end. My only remaining desire is to see and feel the nail strike true. I beg you, cut me down. As my final moment in life, I want to taste the blade's exquisite edge. After all this time, all this toll, haven't I earned it? My concern is like, if we kill him, right? We get an achievement. If we don't kill him, do we get an achievement? We're gonna kill him. Oh, we got the achievement for purity. I bet you there was one for the other. Oh my god. The next place I'd visit again was the Tower of Love. Still inside the City of Tears, but I was on the hunt for the next boss. Moments later, I'd find the Watcher Knight. Oh god, oh god. Someone in Discord said this was the worst fight ever for them. There's multiple of them? Oh crap. Of course, my first attempt wouldn't be it, but headed back towards the boss, someone mentioned a chandelier dropping on one of the bugs. And I hope that killed something. It did! Look, there's one less. Which makes... Oh god, are you kidding me? There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them? The fight in total took me 3 more deaths to really focus into. The skill I used of doing damage on dodge plus dashing helped so much. Overall, a fun and easy fight, and with a few goodies to pick up at the end. While taking the lift topside here, I found a viewing glass to look through. Unsure of what I was supposed to see or wasn't supposed to see. What I didn't realize was this was the second Sleeper's Tower. Ready to use my Dream Nail again and then put them to sleep once and for all. Destroy Lurin the Watcher. We only need 1 more now. And then it's end game. While taking my travels back to the grub's hideout, as you could see, I only needed just a couple more grubs. They're so cute! I love them! What I was really looking for was the bank again. Seeing that I had extra geo on me, I figured I could put some away for later. The craziest thing I'd learned is that when I came back to visit the banker, there was no one to be found. What? Where'd she go? Wait. She stole my money! She stole my money! What? What? She literally stole my money. It didn't look like a cardboard cutout, by the way. I searched high and low from new areas like the Queen's Garden and asking Cloth what was up. To make it long story short, I found Granny Bug inside the pleasure house of all places. Oh, Granny. Uh-oh. How many bounces does it take? Holy mo... Oh, there we go. She out of money. Yeah. Go. No, no, no. 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 Go the other way. You're going to the moaning lady. Or the singing lady. Not the moaning lady. No. 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 She's moaning. You gotta moan with her. Oh, yeah. There you go. All right. You're gonna stay right there. We'll listen. You sing. Yeah. All right. She sings, lady does moan things, I'm listening. And then I kill her. Oh yeah. Yeah. The Queen's Gardens was another place I'd yet to explore. Many different bugs from spikes shooting at me, or the need to dodge certain looking dragonflies that would throw spinning blades at me. Thankfully, there was a sign for a bench to sit down at and one close by. Moments before the bench, I found my way to the last map guy. I got the new achievement! Acquire a map of each area. So I have a map for every single area now. Holy crap. I actually unlocked that. Platforming in the area of this place wasn't too complicated. If anything, it was rather easy because of the bench near me. It made everything all the easier, and soon enough I jumped to another ledge where I found the love key. It is the love key. Uh-oh. The room before this place actually had another soul tree for me to hit as well, getting ever so close to 1200 soul essences. Continuing on, I found myself in a small type of coliseum, fending off many bugs that came at me in waves, and then making my way to the top of this area. I also looked to do a bit more panic-inducing jumps and finding a tomb of sorts in this room. As much as I wanted to keep pushing forward, I wouldn't continue much more in the garden. Deep Nest was next, and so were the spiders crawling over my screen now. The first grub of the area finally praising my face in all its glory. After getting past more Venus flytraps, I found the next grub of the area, finding a giant brain of sorts with white tendrils leaking out from the thing. I would also find another soul lurking in these lands. Just before fighting my way through the challenge, I found my next fast travel point in the garden. Now for the challenge with Marmu and playing some volleyball. And... Ba-da-ba-da! Playing like a little beach volleyball. Look at this. Beach volleyball time. Beach volleyball time. This is kind of cool. I like this. Okay. The souls are mine, I think. I managed to find another spirit tree, giving it the good old smackaroo and having enough for the next seer visit. This was the challenge I fought for, jumping from side to side while avoiding more vines, stopping my dash mid-air, and finally climbing upwards to break open a jar for this here grub. This was a make it or break it moment. What I didn't appreciate is when Trader Lord jumped into the arena and expected me to fight this thing alone. Seconds later, Cloth would appear for the fight as well. With the fight going better than I could have hoped for, things would take a turn for the worst. Cloth was stabbed. Taken to the very brink, she threw the last hit as well, and I was just speechless. Can we just have a moment for Cloth right now? I can't believe what just happened. I'm actually jaw-dropped. Like, that is insane. Charging forth into the path unknown, I found a certain something I wasn't able to reach a while back. Entering this new labyrinth and finding what was presumed to be the white lady in the end. Hello? Who is this? Okay. One arrives, far it walks to find me. Did it seek my aid, or did the path carry it by chance so pertinent a place? It is true that you awaited. No, perhaps that is inaccurate. True, one like you was awaited. I have a gift, held long for one of your kind, half of a whole. When united, great power is granted, and on the path ahead, great power will be needed. I wonder what I'm gonna get then. I feel like I have everything. Maybe not. What is this? Hello. White. Wait, taking the white frag. Isn't it? Looks like another mask type of fragment. Now I was back inside the fungal waste. There was a certain soul I missed previously, and soon enough I'd be adding another win, climbing those essence ranks as I could. The next area from the fungal core was to dive back into Deep Nest, picking up yet another mask shard, needing only 2 more left for more max HP. Deep Nest and I weren't through, by the way. I still had lots to find, and that included a bench blended in with the background. It seemed I was headed into another fight with a soul here, adding a little protection to my HP and bringing that annoying axe to a halt. This guy was more about dodging the axe and getting the licks in where possible. Instead of 100 soul essences now, I was given 200 more, and it only grew from there on out. From all the different spider-esque type of bugs in the area to another soul tree that gave me more soul essences, I also found my way into the spider's den, jumping around and avoiding the spikes I could. I was right here! What is it? The Weaver's Song. This was by far one of my 2 favorite charms I would use from now on. I would make it to the distant village, falling to my feet as I found another entrance to a cave. About to be reminded why this was my least favorite place in the entire game. Hello, secret. Oh my god. Oh, this is from Avatar the Airbender. It's gonna steal my face. Oh, please, please don't be shy. There are some nasties about here, all right. Not me. I'm a friend to all and happy to serve a traveler so bold as you. Is it information you seek that I can provide? Yes, oh yes. That village above here, home to a sad creature. Hers is a tale of a tragic exchange. Cost her and her people greatly, though I suspect she bore no regret in making it. Yes, I know. You're intrigued. You want to know the tale? Well, I'm sorry. I'd love to tell you, but I'm very, very sorry. I haven't eaten in some time. Oh, I'm starving. What the... What? The only thing left to do was to climb my way out looking for this last sleeper. However, just before entering the place, I wanted to see if there was a bench or checkpoint around. Yes. Oh my god, if I open this up now, I'll be able to travel back quicker by taking the station. Now there was nothing else to do but sit at this very creepy bench. Okay. Oh no. Did I just die? What's happening? I don't want to see. Oh, I don't want to see. I don't want to. No. I don't want to see this. Whoa. The Beast's Den. Finding the last tomb of the sleeper, it was time to enter their dreams. Unless I'm just putting it to sleep, I don't actually have to fight this. Because that's what happened to the last ones. Putting you to sleep. Go to sleep, sleepers. Sleep! I'm putting you to rest. Go! I will take all of the soul essence, please. Oh, that means I get the next achievement for this too. There it is. The mask is gone. Now, where's my achievement? There it is! Destroy Hera the Beast. And now that's unlocked, which is so scary. Because I have no idea what, is behind it, what I'm about to fight, what I'm going to fight. Interestingly enough, Hornet was always there for the big events. So you've slain the beast and you head towards that fated goal. I'd not have obstructed this happening, but it caused me some pain to knowingly stand idle. What? You might think me stern, but I'm not completely cold. We do not choose our mothers or the circumstances into which we are born. Despite all of the ills of this world, I'm thankful for the life she granted me. It's quite a debt I owed. Only in allowing her to pass and taking the burden of the future in her stead can I begin to repay it. While thinking of where to go next, the station to the stag nest only seemed like the right thing to do. Oh! Open all of the Hollow Nest stag stations and discover the stag nest. I got the next achievement. Oh! And then the vessel fragment. So as I returned to Dirtmouth, I found out that Grim had all the charges needed. This meant I could speak with the Troop Master, and seconds later I'd have to fight him myself. Oh! Dance with me, my friend. That crowd awaits. Show them you are worthy of a starring role, sorry. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We gotta dodge some fireballs. Okay, okay, okay. So it's 1 and 2. Got it. Okay, fireballs. Holy crap, what the fudge? This is kind of crazy. It's okay, it's okay. I'm learning. Okay, okay. So it's just there's a lot of different things to remember, but overall, not too bad. Not too bad at all. This was by far one of the tougher fights, as learning it was a real challenge. It came down to a single hit. His HP versus my HP. Oh my god, I had 1 HP in my second attempt, and I did it! Yes! I think I did it. Please, 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 please. Did I do it? Hope I did it. Hi. Oh, hi. Hey. Oh. Woo, we did it. Bow. I don't know how to bow. Bravo, my friend. Hear how the crowd adores you? They've not seen such a show in a long time. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. What's happening? Look here, how our child has grown, nourished and strengthened by the heat of our passionate dance. Our scarlet eyes will watch you keenly, friend. Oh. That's kind of cool. Okay, Lord Voldemort. Defeat the troop leader Grimm. Oh, what did I get this time? Ooh! Holy crap, another charm notch. That's actually huge. With another transformation taking over the Grimchild charm, that gave me new charges. Whoa, that looks so good. Oh my god, I love the way that looks. And now it was time to see what this love key had in store for me. If the amount of jars of this place wasn't a sign, I don't know what was. We're here. Oh, hello. The collector. The last few hits I'd get in had me going a little insane here. Get the collector! Oh my god, I did that so fast. Are you mine now? Collector is mine? Now for those goodies that had me waiting. What's up here? There's one grub. This might be the last grub of the game now. Let's see. Oh wait, no, that might be the wait, is there more? Hold on, how many? This might be the last grub. Okay, this should be the last grub. Let's see. Please, 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 please. No. And this was taking the collector's map. Hold LB to view the map of the current area. The locations of imprisoned grubs will be displayed. So it looks like in total I've missed 2 grubs. And they're fairly close, actually. Afterwards, I'd find the next soul by the name of Markoth. A rather easy type of boss where I had to watch out for its swords. Apparently, all I really needed to use were spells instead of melee attacks. This also seemed like deja vu, but I had 1800 souls and, again, over 10k geo. Looking for the rest of the grubs with the collector's map, it turned out there was a grub I missed from the very beginning of the game. The next grub I found was hidden in plain sight, and what would finally be the last grub of the game. While headed back towards the grub's hideout, I found another charm that reminded me of an anime called Bleach, firing attacks from the blade itself as a ranged skill. How cool. Last but not least, I needed to visit the seer, gaining another mask shard for my completion and having my dream nail finally awoken, the last upgrade to the nail. Another achievement on top of all those other things. Oh my god. In the same area, I fell into the crypt again, finding my way into a place with the Grey Mourner. The whole idea of this exchange was for me to take a flower to the tomb I found back inside the Queen's Garden. The hard part about this side quest was me having to walk the entire way there. No fast travel was allowed, and I wasn't allowed to be touched either. It turns out trying to get this flower from point A to point B would be a lot tougher than I thought. Remember, just a single hit and that was it. The 2 big key factors that played a role here was making sure things were cleared out beforehand and that I didn't have the summon charms on me. As I did all the prep properly this time, getting through the Fog Canyon and the Queen's Garden, this was such a relief. Now the bug could finally be at rest as I laid the flower down gently. Looking to visit the Grey Mourner to see what they had to say, they were just happy the flower reached its destination. And now they could finally be put to rest themselves. Happy to actually see an achievement come from all this, but they left a mask shard for me, completing the collection and another achievement for my 100% run in Hollow Knight. Looking through the maps of where I needed to go next, I found a little place while dashing. A certain area from when I first started playing the game. It led me into more of those annoying glowing spitters. This actually had me finding the mother of all and another charm to add to my collection, the glowing womb, and that meant I only needed 1.5 charm left. Now, the thing with these bosses is after defeating certain ones, you could take the dream nail and go for another round. Watching the speed of those falling debris, how fast they moved, it allowed me to go in for the final hit, gaining yet another another achievement for this boss fight and having felt the satisfaction from winning this time. While I was on a roll, I figured I'd try my hand with the Dung Defender again, giving me a total of 12 more deaths before finding its sweet spot and smacking the Defender for the very last time. This achievement was called the White Defender, and man, this one was a doozy. The next area I needed to finish up in was Ancient Basin, a location now open and one asking of me to spend more geo. This would be for the very last vessel fragment and finally getting that last achievement for all the shards and fragments. If that wasn't enough, then the next boss I was headed towards was the Lost Kin, readying my Dream Nail and having another boss to learn a bit more. Overall, it was just the crazy orange spores to watch out for. After that, I'd have another win under my belt and the next achievement for this place. I'd come to regret this as I was about to get myself into something crazy. Hitting this next slain knight on the ground with my Dream Nail, it gave me access to the White Palace, a place of pain and many saw blades. If anyone wanted a challenge in the game, this was it. Getting the first few switches hit was the easy part. The pain didn't really start until I got to that first lift. Saw blades after saw blades, and I kid you not, I gave up on any commentary for most of these parts. And let's just be clear, Mad didn't even begin to describe how this place made me feel. What was pretty ironic too is that wouldn't be the kicker. I thought it was a grand idea to jump into a secret hidey hole, and that hidey hole led me into a place called Path of Pain. At the time, I had no idea where I was, but I'd soon come to find out that this was a place for those who had patience. That was not me. I would literally attempt and try for hours on end, dying, making progress, rinse, repeating. It wasn't fun, but I was deep in it and that wouldn't stop me. While I caught myself smiling just a touch here, the new area I was in seemed a little different, knocking said corpse off that throne, and now this would give me the second last charm here. And on top of that, it would give me a way out of this hellhole. The charm itself didn't really explain much other than it opening up to a new birthplace, whatever that meant. Having another look at the map, I needed one more charm. The only place I hadn't gone through fully was the Mantis Kingdom. After beating the 3 bosses, I don't remember grabbing loot. There was a few chests I had to platform around, but this would actually give me the last charm I needed. Although I wasn't sure why no achievement was popping up for that sort of completion. First, I wanted to make sure I had the King's Soul charm equipped to me, making sure I didn't miss anything else while being back inside the basin. As I reached the bottom of this place, a new opening showed itself, dropping in like an idiot because that's what I did in new holes. I felt certain vibes coming from the area and finding a weird rotted structure at the end of the path. When I woke up, it only gave me the option to climb to the top, seeing myself again as I watched my little knight fall into darkness. This would actually explain everything. My King's Soul charm wasn't anymore. Now I had something called the Void Heart charm, remembering the past and being united with the Void Abyss. It seemed as though the game was coming to an end. Even visiting the seer for the last time and listening to what she told me, I received another achievement, having enough soul essences as well. The seer was no more now. From crossing the blue lake with my dash and back into some infected crossroads, I still wanted to purchase the knot from Sabrula. What is this? My dear, a blessing for you with your excessive patronage and those startling good looks. You've more than earned it. Kissy. Come here, you. Come here. Whoa, Salubra's Blessing. Another achievement! Oh my god, yeah, when you collect all achievements, not only do you get that one, but you get the blessing. While I returned to Dirtmouth to tie up a few things, the Divine Bug would be next, giving her the charms I had in trade for a lot more geo. The only place I could earn some quick geo was back at the shops to sell all the collectibles. As you could see, I may have earned a little more geo than normal. The only real place I found I could gather as much geo as I could was back in the Colosseum. Oh, that's kind of gross. Oh, it came through your booty hole. Oh, okay. Unbreakable Heart. Now it was official. I had every single charm, upgraded and more. The next 3 flames I needed were spread across all throughout the world, finding one in the Hive, another found inside Deep Nest, and the last being inside the Fungal Wastes. I couldn't believe what I was about to get myself into here, but this was another fight I saw mentioned being a toughie. Ooh, it's all red. Oh my god. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Nightmare King Grim? Why was there a full thing for him? Oh god. Okay, okay. Okay, so everything is sped up even more. Okay, got it, got it. Fires, I gotta remember all this. So I gotta jump up, down, up, down, up, down. Got it. Oh my god. god, this is gonna be insane. The fight would go on for hours. Unexpected, but the whole new moveset to learn again. From dodging and weaving to watching out for those fireballs. As I cleaned up the Troop Master, all I had to do now was watch the ritual be complete. I defeated this boss once and for all. It also came with a nice reward, of course. Look at that beautiful achievement. Blessing my face again. What I really needed to finish up now was the last Colosseum. The Colosseum, or Trials of Fools. As it started out slowly, the biggest frustration I had were the flying bugs. After that, it came down to the wall hopping with spikes covering the ground. Having to use my least favorite skill, which was pogoing. The only way I was able to complete the Trial of Fools was because of spells. That and using the side walls to dodge where possible. This would now give me the Trial of Fools achievement. Oh, and another thing. Getting the Hunter's Mark was a tough one because it wanted me to farm every single creature in the game. Multiple of them, and to record them into the journal. Through all the different bugs I caught and added to the journal, this was by far the hardest one though. I can't believe I finally got him! The Mender Bug! There's apparently a 2% chance for someone to get this, and I did it. I got it. All you have to do is go to Dirtmouth, fall down this hole by pressing down B, if you have it. Boom, it'll hit the thing. It hits the sign, and when the sign breaks, the Mender Bug has a 2% chance to spawn, to come in and fix the sign, and if you kill him, it's added to the journal. The only other bug that was worth mentioning was back inside the Colosseum area, having to break another wall down. I had no idea who this was, but it seemed like I was supposed to chase them. Watching out for those little spiked balls as I did, the fight overall was rather easy. My spells helped catch the thief, and it added another bug to my journal. The simple key was a cherry on top. Looking for another fight, I had a certain boss in mind. One in the Soul Sanctum, and I believe by the name of Soul Tyrant. This guy was probably my favorite boss to fight because of how quick I could learn its mechanics. I would get myself another win and adding another achievement to the list of completion. As I just needed a single bug left, there was one other location I hadn't visited yet. These massive pink blob bugs were killable, and more than that, it would give me the achievement to now owning every single bug recorded to my journal. I didn't really want to mention this part because of the hardcore fans and knowing how hard this would be, but I found the junk pit. Oh man, and something locked up that I should have just left. I really should have. I would go on to open up the lock, obtaining an item called the God Tuner, and soon enough I'd be face to face with the gods of all things strong. This new area was a home to a boss rush sort of arena. 5 pantheons, and each one different from the next. You'd fight 11 to 12 bosses in a row, and don't even get me started on the last pantheon. Funny enough, for my first attempt here, I'd actually make it through every boss on the first round. The last boss, however, was something new and of a nail master by the name of Oro, and something I'd have to learn entirely. By that I mean it only took me 3 more attempts to actually learn the mechanics and movements of the bosses. Please, 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 please. I think I did it. I think I did the first pantheon. Oh, achievement! Complete the Pantheon of Master. Okay, I got the first one. Time was 11 minutes and 13 seconds. Not bad. Okay, holy crap. As I moved on to the second Pantheon, most of the bosses I came across were actually very similar to what I fought recently, only taking me about 2 attempts to get through the rounds and managing to actually fight my way through the Nail Master Painter. Yellow. No, no, no. Back up, back up. Oh, I did it. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great night, Kubo. Thank you again. Achievement number 2 for Pantheon. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Pantheon 3 is when I would really have to start trying. By trying, I meant I died 47 times in whole. And it was because of the dumb Zote. This beefed up one was harder than the rest. Once I got through all those bosses, the last match had me surprised. I was fighting Sly, like the shopkeep, Sly himself. I did make some good progress though as I continued on. Learning his counterattacks wasn't crazy, but more of just taking time to be patient. Again, I didn't really have patience, but I made it work. Finally getting to the last hit, my heart was racing. I kid you not, I threw my hands up in the air for this win. I was in pain, mentally, physically, and any other illies out there. The time itself wasn't bad at all, and I also received another thing called the God Seeker mode. This was a way for anyone to practice fighting bosses one-on-one. The next Pantheon, Pantheon 4, was quite literally the hardest thing yet. I still haven't beaten it, okay? Some bosses did give me breathing room, which was nice. But as I made it to the end of this final Pantheon, it was the final boss of the actual game itself, in its purest form, and something I just was not prepared for. If you guys do want me to play through this or watch this, even like Pantheon 5, I don't even know, man. I don't know what to say. This was so hard. I'm not kidding. Oh, the mental state I was in was just insane. I don't even know what to say. All I knew is that I actually needed to beat the game now, fight Hollow Knight himself, and see what I was really at percentage-wise. Oh my god. And it's Hornet. Hello. I'm impressed, little ghost. You've burdened yourself with the fate of this world, yet you still stand strong. To break the dreamer's seals would alone be considered an impossible task, but to accept the void inside yourself, that casts you as something rather exceptional. Okay, I'm actually curious to why my character isn't in Silksong, but I guess we'll find out, hopefully. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm really curious. All right, the Black Egg Temple. Oh boy, oh boy, oh whoa, what the? Whoa, whoa, it's like giant spiritual cactuses. I love it. It's actually beautiful. Holy crap. Oh, this is it's a bench. Cool, cool. Get some of that Sakura stuff. Yes, please. All right. Wait, what is this? Hello? Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hollow nest will be whole again. Completion percentage viewable in wait. Ah! Oh! Wait, holy crap, my completion is 111%. So technically I got 100%. Oh my god. So I just have to complete the game and I'll get the rest of the 100% achievements. Looking to break down those chains and ready myself for this fight. It was so on. Yeah, All right, let's go. Oh, my bad. What is he doing? While giving everything I had to this fight, I thought it was over. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, it's Hornet! Oh! I'm going. Is she okay? Hornet? Oh my god. I hope Hornet's alive. No. Hold B to focus. You got it. Oh my god. Hornet, please be alive. Please, for the love of God, be alive. Oh my god. Here we go. Please. Please. Oh, this is so crazy. Oh, the vibrating stops. I wanted that. Wait. Okay, never mind. Oh my god. Oh. Hornet. Okay. Wait, am I the vessel now? Oh. Goosebumps. Oh my god. Goose freaking bumps, man. Wait, but... Oh! Whoa, there's a Silksong mask. Or a Hornet... Wait, whoa! Hold on, do I get any achievements? I want to see what ending I got then. Defeat the Hollow Knight with Hornet by your side. Oh, sealed siblings. Oh! I got goosies. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. Congratulations. Well done on achieving this great feat. You preserved and you triumphed. We hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Hollow Knight. We'll meet again soon on the road ahead. Ah, another achievement. Completion, 100% game completion and finish the game. I did. Look. Okay, don't mind the time. The time is crazy. I know. 50 hours. Like, let's say 50 hours, rounding it up. But I got 111%. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not. This is. Oh. My body. I'm happy. Steel Soul mode for the 112%. Not happening. No way. Oh boy. No.